I wanted to take care of my body.
Yes.
So my diagnosis?
Yes. Tell us a bit about that.
Okay. So leading up to that, I was 62. I was what I thought very healthy. I don't know how intimate to get here, but mammograms don't always show everything for me. They overshow things. So I had a lot of needle biopsies and things like that because I have the kind of body that does a lot of false positive stuff.
Yeah.
So I go to a doctor up in Pasadena who does what's called sonocine, and it's a special kind of video mammogram thing that shows things that the other ones don't. So my husband and I said, well, let's go make a day of it and go to Pasadena, and we'll go to the Norton Simon Museum, and we'll go to the gardens and all that. And so we went up there, and we went to this doctor, and the appointment, he said, he'd read 18,000 of these things, and so he said, I will tell you with certainty, even before they do a biopsy, that this is malignant. I didn't know I had anything, so it went from, oh, let's go have a fun day. You're healthy. This is your yearly whatever to, yeah, you got it. So it was surreal. Wait, I'm healthy. This is not supposed to happen. There's nobody in my family that's had this, that.
Right. Why me? Why did this happen?
Yeah. Yes. I'd taken care of myself. I was in good shape. So came back down. I go to a doctor who's an integrative medicine doctor. So went right to her and her nutritionist. And the first thing they said was, no more sugar, no more grains. Sugar feeds cancer. So let's get off of that. So I was a sugar addict. So I say I was healthy, but that was my one vice.
Yes.
And to the point where I would come home from work when I was working, and if I was feeling stressed, I would whip up a batch of homemade chocolate frosting and eat the whole thing.
Oh, wow. So
and
you
I am
like
not one.
Too.
Oh gosh, yeah. And I'm not like 1 pound over my ideal weight. So it wasn't that. It was just that there was sugar. It was the sugar. So for 6 years now, I have not had any sugar or grain.
Wow.
So
none whatsoever?
Sugar is an inflammatory. None.
And how do you feel without all of that? Has that made a huge difference, or?
For me, it's made a difference. Well, it's a difference in a couple ways. Number one, I know that I'm healthier. I know that my cancer is gone. I'm 5 years post, not just diagnosed. I'm 6 years post-diagnosed, but I'm 5 years post when it was gone. I feel better. And going off of that was obviously a stress thing. Like, oh, you're stressed, have some sugar. So going off of that made me find other ways to deal with stress that were healthier.
Yeah.
So we, I was very lucky because I got into, we went through a series of doctors. My doctor helped me find different things for what to do, but I was lucky because I got into a clinical trial at UCSD Medical Center, which is a good place to be. I mean, we're lucky here in San Diego because we have facilities.
Yeah.
Before we did that, I did some things. I did some alternative medical things that would help that before and after. Because we have options here in San Diego because we're close to the border, because we have good medical things, et cetera, et cetera. So I did a lot of naturopathic things on top of 5 months of chemo with 5 different chemo medicines and 16 infusions and a surgery and 33 radiation treatments and the whole thing, because the type of cancer that I had didn't respond to other things, and this is what they had to do. So there weren't a lot of options for this particular type.
Right. And so you trusted the physicians and So
I did that, but I'll tell you, Lorraine, I think the biggest thing for me was, if I go back to the wellness from within for just a second, was really about mindset. Because I gathered my family around, told them, I tried to keep it funny. It's sort of a weird thing, and I don't want your listeners to be. So what we did is I had a daughter in Hawaii, and we were all over, so we got on to Zoom or Skype or something, and the ones that were here were with us, and I said, we need to tell you something about my health, about my body, and you could tell they were like holding their breath. And
yes.
I don't know if I should say this. You may have to cut this out of the tape, out of the recording. And I said, I'm pregnant. No, just kidding. Because I was 62 already. But at least they could laugh and they could breathe again.
Right.
And then we told them. But what we did was we said, we're going to kick this. My husband got me a little plaque that said, my job is to kick cancers behind. It was said a different way. And what we did was we had a big party. And we brought everybody together, and it was a Kick Cancer's Butt party. And it was, this is my village. And I just assembled my village. And
like your friends and family? Is that what?
Friends and family. Yeah. So there were about 100 of us out at a park having a picnic and laughing. And a friend made a quilt, and everybody signed my quilt that I took into my chemo every time I went. And it was just, yes, we're going to beat this. Yes. And it wasn't like, and so I wasn't alone. So that was a big thing. So I tell people, don't be alone. Get some support.
Right, exactly.
So I had support throughout the whole, I mean, what you don't realize, or what I didn't realize when I was diagnosed, was it's a long process. So I was diagnosed in February. My chemo didn't start till April. I didn't finish radiation until mid-January. So that's a long haul.
That is a year.
Yeah. And so at the end of that, and then I said, I want people to support me. Here's what I need. And I was very clear. This is what I need. I need people around me that are going to be positive. I need people around me who are going to believe in me. I need to not listen to negative stuff. I mean, you'd be surprised at how many people, when you tell them that you have it, will tell you all the horror stories. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Then I said, I want to read. Give me your list of your books that make you laugh out loud. Give me a list of your movies that you like to watch that make you laugh out loud. Those kind of things. So they say, the laughter is the best medicine thing. So I kept my mind positive. I did meditations. I did visualizations. And then at the very end, after we were done and it was gone, we had another cancer party. Yeah, we did another one. And we had, I don't think you're supposed to do this anymore, but we released balloons. This was a while ago, it was years ago. I don't think you're supposed to do this anymore, but we had one that said diagnosis, and we had the diagnosis and the date, and then we let it go. And then we had one first chemo finished, and we let it go. And we would just do all these little milestones and all the dates of them, and we let it go.
Dr. Shelly, that is beautiful. I just hope that inspires somebody out there, because what you did was you took the diagnose and you believed you were going to get on the other side of it and be victorious. But right from the very beginning, you had your, just even to the practicality of asking for people's favorite movies or people's favorite books. Amazing. Because what you did is you harnessed your attitude right out the gates. And I will guarantee you that helped in your recovery.
Oh, absolutely. And I think, Lorraine, that I think it's what I've always done and didn't realize I was doing it. And once we did that, we went through that year, and I kept diaries and journals and all that with that, and sort of looked at it and said, oh yeah, these are the steps that we took. This is what we did. Have really been able to apply that with everything. So for what's happening now in our country with the virus, we're applying the same things. What's the information that I need? So I got all the information I needed about what I was going to go through and what it was going to be like and all that, so I could be prepared and not caught off guard. And then said, okay, what is it that I need? And it's going to be different for everybody. For me, I wanted to be able to laugh. That was important to me. I wanted to be around people. That was important to me. I wanted to do visualizations and things like that. And somebody sent me a thing from a company that does visualizations just for chemo, and there was another recording of visualizations just for surgery or just for radiation, and they have it for all different kinds of issues. It's not just cancer, but they were wonderful visualizations.
Perfect.
And I did art through the whole thing. I think you have to find what works for you. Like art worked for me, music worked for me, but other people have different
I love
different things that work for them.
Right. So, Dr. Shelly, we're almost out of time. I'd love you because that story inspires me, and I know that's inspired other people out there. What I'd like you to do is tell the audience a little bit about your, you brought a free gift and how they can get a hold of you. So if you could tell them a little bit about you, where they can get in contact with you.
Sure. So I work with people one-on-one. I do a lot of work on like as I said, the 4 pillars of wellness and the 4 pillars of health and wellness. And I offer for your listeners today, we're going to offer 15-minute consults to see if we can help you with something right then. And they can email me at Dr. Shelly at highvibeover50.com. So it's DRSHELLY at high, which is just HI, vibe, VIBE, over, and then the number 50, highvibeover50.com.
Great. And the great news is Dr. Shelly will be back with us next week. And I want to thank her for coming in today. This has been absolutely inspiring, down to the race, the Spartan race, and down to how you actually handled your cancer diagnosis. Amazing. So remember out there, it is never too late. It's never too late to lose weight, take your health back. It is never too late to follow your dreams or have a party or change your attitude. And it's just never too late. It is up to us. It is our choice. And I thank you for being here today, Dr. Shelly, and we'll see you back here next week.
Sounds great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.